Okay, this is the electric load center. Electric service panel, breaker box, call it what you will. It's in here, it's on the garage east wall. This is the ground, it's labeled. It's grounding and bonding right in there. Okay, but it's supposed to be, although it's right here, it's supposed to be labeled inside the cabinet. Alright, this is called the dead front cover, and it is properly labeled. No handwriting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Huh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How come I'm not getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's mostly labeled right with a little print. I'm kind of disturbed that, it's supposed to be specific information. See, family, just here in the general area, that really doesn't tell you where it's at. So it could be better labeled. I'm picky. I am. I'm a picker. I'm a picker and a grinner. Then we've got all this overspray inside the cabinet here. All right. So all this overspray you can see is on these connections. And then you come over here, like this breaker was in place. Let's see the overspray on the breaker. But this breaker wasn't in place. That breaker wasn't in place. So these connections, well, that one was in place. These two breakers weren't in place. So that overspray was on the electrical connections when they were being made. I can even see where they installed a breaker right in here. And you can see the salve on it, when they said, well, it won't fit over there, we'll move it to the other side, and they're installing it over the overspray. So at that point, okay, code doesn't approve of it, the manufacturer doesn't approve of it, and the manufacturer's warranty on this cabinet was instantly voided. This cabinet, the electrician might honor his work for however long as the DFW's best electrician stays in business. He might honor his work. Okay. L1 and L2, that's fine. Got the protective covers on them. The main neutral is supposed to be wrapped 4 times. Not 4 times in one spot, but 4 times with white tape so that any fool that comes in here, if you don't know that's the main neutral, you don't belong in this cabinet. I get that. But it's supposed to be wrapped 4 times. I didn't make the rule up. Just telling you. Okay. All the GFCI and AFCI is about in the right place. Bonding location is not labeled. I do not see an energy verification notice anywhere on this. I understand that there's some animosity between the electricians and the energy raters, and now they are required to put their stickers someplace else. If I find one, I'll call it to our attention. But so far, where I usually notice them, I don't see an energy audit notice. And then this cabinet is farther than 1/8 of an inch. 1/8 of an inch gap. Alright? But that's construction. All I know is that the 17-year-old kid that put a stereo in my car, dash in my car, looked like the factory came in there. So I get it. That's hard. I get it's real hard. Life is hard. Alright? Because what can happen is that the cover goes over here, right? And then so we have a gap around the cover. And that way, what will happen, is, it compromises the fire blocking. So we got more than an 1/8 of an inch gap, and then the cabinet was screwed into place. Just shoot some screws in it, Philip, we're going to the beer store. Oh, Doug, you're the fastest. I know, I'm getting a raise next week. No, okay, screws are fast and tight, I get that. Convenient even, right? But screws do not have the same tension strength, tensile strength, the shear force. Screws break. Okay, they get in, they're fast, tight, and they break. Nails have much more shear strength. You ever try to tear apart a treehouse and the kids nailed it together? You can't get that thing apart, those darn kids. Well, now if, for example, a tornado was to blow up this house, you've already got a bad day. Already got a really, really bad day. Well, I get that. All right? But if it was nailed in place, if the cabinet was nailed in place, it'd stand much better, chance of staying in place. That's all I'm saying. So, what did we learn? We learned that we don't have an energy audit sticker. We learned that we don't have enough proper labeling. We learned that we don't have the bonding location, even though we know where it is. We don't have the bonding location. We learned that our neutral wasn't wrapped enough times. We learned that we have an 1/8 of an inch gap in the cabinet. We learned that the cabinet is improperly screwed into place. We learned that there's a lot of interior paint overspray in this cabinet, and that because of that the manufacturer's warranty was voided. Those are the things that we learned today. So, yay.